Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mark String to the Philippines. I got another fun story time today. So definitely pull up the couch or chair and grab your favorite drink and get comfortable. Today's story is about the wife that constantly rejected her husband for 27 years and then was shocked and humiliated when finally had enough and left her. So yeah, let's get started. The following is a true story and a cautionary tale and warning to wives who continue to deny their husbands. Yeah, in my mind, this is already not cool. Uh, this is bad for even a couple months or a year. Can't imagine 27 years that this poor dude went through hell, doing everything he could to save this marriage and for his children. They were married for 27 years, and she had rejected him for years. One day, she learns the hard way that he's done, and she's freaking out that she's losing him. They were high school sweethearts and got married immediately, very young. Okay, already that's really bad. Don't do that. That was fine like 100 years ago in our grandparents' generation, but these days people mature a lot slower. They don't know who they are, what they want. You shouldn't be getting married at 18 and 20. You should be waiting and really taking your time to get to know them too. She said she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and then they had their first child. He was reluctant at first, but agreed and worked hard to take care of them. Okay, so she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and he don't want her to do that. That's different, but he did the right thing and took care of everybody. In total, they had five kids, two girls and three boys. Oh wow! So he must have had to like work really hard to take care of all those people. And how did she repay that hard work? Did she give him really good love and affection and attention? Thanks, honey, for taking care of us and providing this house and having a great family. No, she denied him for 27 years. And he got pissed off. Like, I don't blame him. Like, over time, men are going to resent and grow bitter because of that. As the years went on, she wasn't in the mood. He would voice his complaints often, and she wouldn't care or listen. She wouldn't even cuddle because she didn't want this to lead to intimacy. Eventually, he asked less. Yeah, does this sound like a happy marriage? Does this sound like a loving life? No. No, I'm not saying women should be forced to do anything they don't want to do. I'm not proposing that. And we're not supporting grape here and all that stuff. But when you love your husband, when you love your partner, you should be wanting to jump their bones. Like they're the person that you're attracted to, right? They're a person that you love. You love them. You want to please them. You want to take care of them. You want them to be happy, and that's one reason why I push the Philippines and Filipinos so much on his channel is because they have that attitude. They love to take care of their man. Like they want to take care of their man, and not just sexually. Like they want to cut your fingernails and cut your hair and groom you and all that stuff. They want to take care of you. Okay, they would only have sex once a month or less, and he hadn't had anything else in years. Okay, so I mean, once or twice a month, that's better than nothing. It's still not great, and if he's not being satisfied, that's a legit conversation to have. But it's not like he went 27 years complete without. But that was probably more at first, and then even less later. That's usually how it goes. How it went in my own personal life. I'm very familiar with this type of story, unfortunately. Yeah, the only time she gave him any attention or affection or touch at all is when they were out in public together. Yeah, go figure. When they're putting on a show, I'm sure she was all hugging, touching him on like social media for photos and stuff, the family picture, but not even cuddling at the house. Nope. That might lead to something. Like, how dare he? Poor guy. I can't believe he tolerated this that long. He had tried to make it work, but she would guilt trip him and he'd quit talking. Yeah, eventually men just give up. It's easier just to, like, we know you're going to get rejected anyways. It's just easier to not try. He offered to get them couples or individual counseling, but she refused. Okay, remember that. That's important later. And also, if you're a loving wife and you're having marriage, why would you not want to get couples counseling and solve your problems instead of just letting them fester and get worse? The reason for this is because she thought he would never leave her. Yep, that's right. She thinks he's trapped. That no matter what, he wasn't going anywhere. Yeah, because they have kids and they've been together a long time. I love my husband, but I think he's childish when he doesn't have sex for a while. That's what she's okay. It's not childish. It's legit anger. Like, not that all anger is good, but there is sometimes where anger is justified, and this is one of those occasions. Like the whole beta switch. This is not what he signed up for. She was just never in the mood. Now, no one should. Yeah, no one should be forced to do anything. Gary talked about that. But yeah, does she care about him? Does she care about his need? No. Sound like a loving, happy couple and a loving wife? No. Eventually, he stopped hugging and kissing her back. Yeah, because he's growing cold. He's growing hard. This is gonna have long-term consequences down the road. Things felt different. One time, she tried to make out with him, and he kept his lips closed. Aw, she's gonna be pissed. So the one time she actually tries to initiate something, he's done at this point, and he's hardened his heart. He's like, no. She tries to make out, and he's like, you ain't kissing me. These days, he spends more time with the kids and plays their video games. So I guess he didn't really play that much before, but now he needs a hobby and found other stuff to do. There are a few times that she wanted sex and he would turn her down immediately. And she, uh, let me reread that, that she wanted it. And he turned her down immediately. And she thought that he was having an affair. Sorry, that wasn't written very good. Yeah, so she denies him for 27 years. No big deal. Who cares about your needs? But she tries once or twice, and he denies her. And suddenly, oh my gosh, he must be cheating on me. What's wrong with him? Yeah, huge double standards. He would take the kids out for walks and go to the gym, and she was scared that he was working out to impress someone. No, he's trying to take care of himself. Now, granted, he might be trying to get rid of that dad bod and get in shape, get in single shape. So that way, once he's single again, he's ready to hit the market. But it doesn't sound like he's cheating. It sounds like he's constantly working with the kids. So you know how they are. Once he has had enough, now she's freaking out with jealousy and worry and stuff. And like, where, you know, the double standard again. Like, what did that happen when she was doing it, right? I confided with my sisters and friends, and they all told me I was crazy, that my husband works late, comes straight home, takes care of her and the kids, and is exhausted. That there's no way he would have the time or energy for an affair, and he's not that type of person. Okay, so that's really cool. Usually, a lot the girls like take each other's sides and stuff, and they become a big echo chamber of nonsense. But these girls, like, they know they're her husband. They know he's a good guy. Like, first, he wouldn't do it because he's a good man. And second, he works hard, he works late, he comes straight home, he takes care of you, he takes care of the kids. Like, he's not doing this. You're just being paranoid. But then they have to ask, like, what's the reason for her being paranoid? Okay, it all came boiling over when I got out of the shower one day wearing my robe. Okay, it's getting PG-13 or more. I slowly, this the whole shower scene. I stood in front of him and took it off slowly, revealing sexy underwear. That's probably like the first time in 27 years that she's worn sexy underwear. You know, she probably had the granny panties before, or just put little or no effort into it. So she takes off the robe, reveals underwear. He just rolled his eyes. Oh my goodness. He is done. He is over her. He's not even like, oh heck yes, I'm ready to bang. Because like some men, even if they don't love him anymore, they'll still get horny and want to bang him, right? He doesn't want that. He is checked out of this relationship, guys. He rolled his eyes, turned off the lights, and said good night. I bet she took that well. I was humiliated and started crying and asked if he was having an affair. Yeah, that's what they do. They cry, right? It has to be an affair. No, you did this. You rejected him for so long. that he doesn't even want you anymore. He's angry and bitter and checked out. He said that he's no longer attracted to me physically. He's not cheating. Yeah, but yeah, she rejected him so long and killed off any romantic feelings. Yep, exactly what I just said, word for word. Over time, he became angry and bitter. Yep, I called it. Like, once you read enough of these stories, you realize they're all the same. She tried to blame her middle age and menopause and hormones for her actions, but he replied that that would be an excuse for the later half of their life. But what about all the younger years when she was younger? Yeah, that's a good point. You can't say, oh, my hormones, like, sorry, I'm not feeling it. Well, you never felt it. So what about like all the other years? They got married young, right? So like 18 or 20 to 35 or something. That's when they're supposed to be most active. Yeah, something tells me it's not the hormones, it's her. He then told me that he planned on divorcing. Oh, here it comes. He's planning on divorcing her once the youngest son graduates high school a year from now. Okay, that's a lot to unpack. But okay, watch her freak out now. I couldn't breathe when he told me that. He said that he would give me the house, but he was done. Okay, that's pretty good deal, right? Like, she's not working, he's working, so he's gonna get screwed in court. They have kids, and she's gonna get alimony because she's not working, hasn't worked for years. He'd give her the house, like a one big lump payment. I cried and said I loved you. No, you didn't. Yeah. He said that she didn't love him. Actions speak louder than words, and constantly denied him for decades. Exactly. Exactly. How can you say you love someone and then treat your partner like crap for that long? In some ways, women like to throw the abuse word around a lot, and I don't want to make light of that because it is serious when it happens. But these days, women like all of my exes are like, no, I really hard to have a hard time believing that. And if they are, then she's probably the problem because she's choosing the bad boys and stuff. But you could make a strong argument here that she's sex starving him for years and decades. Is that not a form of abuse? Like, just in the word starving, that's abusive. Like, if you starve your kids and you don't feed them, that's abuse, right? The government will literally take them away from you. You can make that argument that because they like to throw that. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but they like to throw that word around a lot. You can make a strong argument that what she did was abusive. 9 out of 10 divorces are initiated by women these days. It's very rare for a man to leave her. And this is one of those cases where it's like really justified. Because he's a good man, and good men try to stick around and make it work. And he obviously did. He spent 27 years or more trying to make it work. But he's decided that, hey, I stayed in for the kids, but once they're gone, it's over. He said that she loved him as a dad or a provider, maybe, but not as a husband or a man. He was just an ATM machine for her. Yeah, that's true. He might have been a good dad and good father and a good provider, but her heart wasn't in it. She wasn't drawn to him like she probably was with her exes and stuff. Okay, so she's crying and begging. She decides to offer couples counseling, but he refused. I was angry that he wouldn't even try. So remember earlier when I said he offered couples counseling and she refused? Yeah, now it's the reverse situation. Now she's offering it because that's the only card she can play. And she's mad that he won't even try. Well, you didn't try either, so you're being a big hypocrite. Like, you could have done this years ago and had a much happier, healthier marriage, but you didn't, and now you ruined it, and now you have to live with the consequences. I tried to seduce him again, but he refused. Yep, that's all she can do. That's literally the only card she has left in her deck. is one last Hail Mary pass, and he is done. He is stone cold, hard hearted done. He doesn't want her anymore. That's it for today's video. A little different. Let me know if you liked it in the comments. Have you been through something similar? I went through something similar myself. It was only 7, 10 years, but it was bad enough. I can't imagine 27. Oh my God. And luckily there are no kids involved. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If you should have left years ago, if you've had a bad relationship like this, how'd you survive? What happened? We'd love to hear it. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Like I said, go ahead and hit subscribe. I do a lot more videos like this, and I do videos about living here in the Philippines, traveling, retiring young, being a digital nomad, all that fun stuff, dating Filipinos and everything as well. And more reaction videos and story times like this as well, and crazy dating foreign and American women, all that stuff. Anyways, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. God bless. Peace. The next morning, he ate his breakfast in silence and was very cold and quiet. He ate and left and didn't hug and kiss her goodbye. Oh, poor baby. She didn't get her hug. Wasn't this the same woman that wouldn't even cuddle with him and didn't give him any affection at all? And now she's, oh, won't even hug me goodbye. Well, yeah, he just told you he wants a divorce and he's done with you. I called my sisters over and they asked what was wrong. They chastised me and told me that I effed up, that I better fix it, that he's a good man, a good husband, a good father. So that's really cool that the sisters like realize that he's not the problem, she is. And obviously he's been such a good husband and dad and father over the years that they've all seen it. Like he's a good man, you're the one that screwed up. And she really needs to hear this because a lot of women don't take a lot, not just women, a lot of people don't take accountability these days, men too, for their actions. And uh, yeah, she brought this on himself, and she has no one else to blame. I'm scared and desperate. He's the only man I ever truly loved. Yeah, of course you're scared. You're old now. You're 40 or 50 easily, and who's gonna want you? You got single mom, several kids, no job, no. Yeah, good luck. And now I took him for granted, but I know I desperately need advice to keep him. Please help me. Well, your advice is to be nice as possible and give him a nice, clean divorce if that's what he wants, and so the relationship doesn't get worse, and you can focus on raising your kids and peacefully. And yeah, eventually he might miss you and come back, but it's very unlikely. And if that's what he wants, you have to respect that at this point because you literally caused this problem.